My name is Milky and today I'll be teaching you guys how to play support at a high level. So, what is a support? Support is one of the 5 main roles played in League of Legends. It is the most selfless role in the game. The champions in this role should have personal power to assist their allies with utility and keep enemies away with crowd control. Supports are capable of massively amplifying their teammates' power to become the strongest player in teamfights, supplying utility and crowd control, also known as peel, at moments to save allies' lives from death and enable takedowns on an enemy team. As a support player, you have many roles and principles on how to play. The basics are supports must have good map awareness, must control the vision, must protect their teammates, and harass opponents while in laning phase. And later on I'll discuss more in the video. Supports start off in the bottom lane by assisting the marksman, also known as the ADC or the AD carry, as their own kit is less dependent on items to function well. But over the time their contribution expands as they lend aid to the entire team with both their spells and effective and yet affordable items, which I'll be explaining later in the video. So, the types of supports there are and how to pick the right one. Currently in the meta that we are in, statistically and personally, in no order, the best supports to pick right now would be Janna, Thresh, Alistar, Nami or Braum, as of now in the pre-season 6. Picking the perfect support is made by analysing your team's composition as well as the enemy team's composition. If your team has a strong teamfight potential but lacks initiation, or if the enemy team has a squishy champion, then you should be picking champions with an engage. Champions such as Thresh, Alistar, Leona, Braum or Annie are very popular for this type of playstyle. These supports can start fights very easily with their area of effect crowd control or their ability to pick someone off, like Thresh's hook, that allows your team members to follow up and deal more damage. Apart from Annie, the rest of the champions that I've just listed are very tanky and can soak up well amount of damage for your team. If your team has squishy champions like Lux, Anivia, Jinx, Ashe or Ryze, basically champions that lack disengage and are very immobile, or if the enemy team has very mobile champions that can reach to your backline very quickly, then you should be playing champions such as Janna, Nami, Alistar, Thresh or Braum, and Lulu, basically the champions that I've listed earlier, because they have many peeling abilities that will protect and stop enemies from breaking your frontline and killing your carries. For a while now there's been a great debate on whether you should be taking Exhaust or Ignite with your flash at bot lane. So when should you take Exhaust as support? Exhaust is very good against assassins such as Zed, Talon, Ahri, and it's also pretty good against champions that are tanky, like bruisers, but also do a lot of damage, such as Jax, Aurelia, because besides reducing their movement speed, attack speed, and damage, it also reduces their armor and magic resist, so that your team can deal more damage to them while they're exhausted. It's also good if you don't have enough crowd control on your team. When should you take Ignite as support? Ignite is great when you play against heal-heavy champions, such as Soraka and Dr. Mundo, because it reduces their healing effects on the target, but it's also good when used before the enemy uses the summoner spell heal, because it reduces the effect on that too. It's also good if you have plenty of crowd control on your team, because there's not really any point of you taking an exhaust if you have plenty of crowd control. And it also enables you to have more kill potential at bot lane during lane phase, and also during the entire game really. So for core items for a support, you should be rushing a Sightstone with a Sweeping Lens Trinket, which you can upgrade at level 9 for free. Your second item should be some upgraded boots. I recommend running mobility boots on almost every single support, as it does give you a lot of movement speed, which allows you to roam and rotate quicker, making it easier for you to ward areas without getting caught. You can also go lucidity boots for CDR or tab eyes depending on the occasion. If they're doing a lot of damage, Alistar or Thresh, Leona, Taric can have tab eyes. After you get your core items, you should finish off your support item that you chose at the start of the game. You either picked Relic Shield, Ancient Coin, or Spell Thieves, whatever it is. You want to upgrade it to a Face of the Mountain, Talisman of Ascension, or a Frost Coin's Claim. From then on, I recommend aiming for items that grant you utility for you and your team, Items like a Locket of the Iron Solari and Mikhail's Crucible are great, even Frozen Heart. Alright, so with laning phase, first rule is protect your ADC. In laning phase, if your ADC is doing his job correctly, then he should have some kills. Often if he is killed, the other team will get extra gold because he has a bounty due to his killing spree. You don't want that to happen. You should be doing your best to keep him alive. If worst comes to worst, sacrifice yourself so that he can get away and live. You don't want the enemy team to get the gold bounty and to kill your AD carry, because your ADC and the team will be put behind. Alright, number 2, setting up kills. At the start of the game, a support is key for early kills in your lane. A great support is someone who will harass and poke the enemies while your ADC is farming minions. When your jungle ganks, or if the opportunity is right, you will engage onto the enemy ADC or support, so your laning partner, which is your ADC, or your jungler can secure a kill, or force the enemy to use a summoner spell, making it easy for you guys to kill them next time. Alright, number 3. Zoning is when you're controlling your enemy's positioning and or making them afraid of entering your zone. This is beneficial because they will have a much harder time funding items due to not being able to last hit minions for gold. Also, by pushing the enemy far back enough, you can even deny experience from dying minions. This will put them like behind, seeing as they will be under geared and or under leveled. Only zone if you're stronger than them, or hiding in the brushes, or making them fear a gank. If you zone them without a reason, you're just going to get yourself killed, seeing as they're not feared and they will just easily kill you. Alright, number 4. Resetting a wave. Before heading back to base, you should reset the wave. In order to reset the wave, you need to push the minions to the enemy turret fast enough so that you can kill off your minions. If the enemy bot lane has also backed, they will miss out on the wave, putting them behind on XP and gold. This also means that the next wave of minions will be in the middle of the lane, which is resetting it. Alright, and you can say this is the last one, but warding key spots. Every player has a ward limit. In Season 6, or pre-Season 6 that we're currently in, you can only place 3 stealth wards and 1 vision ward at any given time. The yellow warding totem trinket, or the stealth wards from your sightstone, is invisible to the enemy and lasts for a small amount of time. A pink ward, or a vision ward, is permanent, that grants vision but also is visible to enemies who walk by it, giving them the opportunity to kill the ward. You have to be smart about where you place your wards because map awareness and map control is very important in League of Legends. By placing wards in key spots, you'll be protecting your own lane from possible ganks. You're also alerting your teammates of the enemy's position, and you're adding protection to the objectives around the map. Alright, so on your screen right now there should be an image of warding spots for green or blue side, whatever you want to call it. So pause that whenever and just look through it. Second image right now is warding spots for purple or red side, also whatever, if you have the colorblind mode on or whatever it is. So yeah, just pause that and look through it. Alright, so after all that shit, when lane phase ends, you should still be applying the principles I've just listed, but you only have to make minor adjustments that I'll mention. Rather than just protecting your ADC, you should also protect the other carries in your team, because they're also important. With setting up kills, and depending on what champions you're playing, you should be setting up kills for your team by initiating, or on the enemy, or by following up with your team and killing them while they all go all in. With warding, it's still the same. Rather than just warding bot lane, you should be warding around the map, depending on what your team is rotating to, or what objective you should be keeping vision on, even if it's Dragon, Rift Herald, Baron, or even blue and red buff. Roaming is also another principle you should be applying. Roaming is a style of gameplay in which you need to spend your laning phase of the game roaming across the map, rather than just spending it in laning or jungling. Roamers often focus on ganking lanes, clearing wards, counter jungling, or even killing the enemy jungler. In a support's case, it's usually just ganking lanes and clearing wards. Alright, so that's all that I have today. I'll be making a part 2 depending if you guys want it or not, or if I missed out on anything. Tell me in the comment section below what you guys want, and I'll see if I can do it, and thanks for watching. Laters.